Hello and welcome to our webinar. My name is Jaleese and I'm here with Leah and Bree. We are discussing different aspects of technology and education and addressing our opinions on three main questions for our Management of Instructional Technology class. The first question asks, how might you improve the professional development opportunities in the use of emerging technologies for teachers and administrators in your district, school, or library? The second question we'll address is, what are the challenges in teaching online or hybrid online courses? Does your state have certification requirements for distance learning teachers? If so, how effective are the programs that certify those teachers? Analyze how specific obstacles to cyber classes can be met, such as the student isolation or the lack of face-to-face interactions. And the third question is, how do you model the effective use of emerging technologies in your own practice, such as conducting staff meetings or in communication with teachers and parents? Leah, how might you improve the professional development opportunities in the use of emerging technologies for teachers and administrators in your district, school, or library?
The first thing I would do is send out a needs assessment by a Google Form survey on what technologies teachers and administrators actually want to learn about. I believe that the first way that we can improve professional development is to figure out what is truly important to those that are learning. I believe that in order for any training to be successful with technology, we need teachers to have plenty of hands-on experience in working with the emerging technologies. To improve trainings, I believe that the trainer for the professional development needs to introduce the new technology, then allow participants to explore it. I would then schedule reoccurring trainings where teachers would reflect on its use in their classroom. At this training, teachers would share their experiences and collaborate with best practices they have used in their own classrooms.
Those are great ideas. I especially agree with the hands-on technology aspect. It will be much easier for teachers to effectively use technology in their lessons if they've experienced it themselves. Bree, how would you improve the professional development at your school?
Well, I would first create a consistent technology training schedule. Ideally, the training sessions would occur on the same day and time each week or each month, depending how frequently the administration wanted the trainings to be. The training would also include the technology to be learned for an extended period of time, such as for an entire year. It would be important to discuss how the new technologies support the organization's learning goals as well. To ensure an effective training session, I might invite experts to teach how to use various technologies, as well as provide specific ideas or connections to the library or school. Then the staff must be provided with ample time to practice using the new technology tools they just learned and to ask any questions they might have. It may also be helpful to supply staff with additional resources or pamphlets that they may return to when needed, as well as continual support from the tech staff.
I agree that training is very important. In fact, the National Education Technology Plan Goal 3 says that professional educators will be supported individually and in teams by technology that connects them to data, content, resources, expertise, and learning experiences that enable and inspire more effective teaching for all learners. Module 5's text reading assignment suggests the use of professional learning communities, or PLCs. I would have teachers form teams in which they could focus their study on what interests them and what they would feel is most useful to them. The teams would become experts in that area of technology use. As the professional development progresses, the experts would split into different groups to teach others about their area of expertise. I think it would be important to encourage studies of emerging technologies that are research proven and effective. In question 2, we're going to address our thoughts on the following questions. What are the challenges in teaching online or hybrid online courses? Does your state have certification requirements for distance learning teachers? If so, how effective are the programs that certify those teachers? And analyze how specific obstacles to cyber classes can be met, such as student isolation or the lack of face-to-face interactions. Time management and organization are often difficult for students who take online courses for the first time. They must be mindful of due dates and self-motivated to complete assignments and forums on time. Teachers could create a calendar that displays the due date of each assignment or project, as well as send out an email reminder each week with upcoming due dates. To improve the experience of online learners, teachers should also provide a list of resources for tech support, as well as an opportunity for students to communicate their feedback about the course. Teachers should also consider reaching out to students prior to the course to learn the strengths or hesitations. Bree, what are your thoughts on question 2?
There are definitely many challenges when teaching online courses. One challenge is the digital divide, or varied student comfort levels when using information technologies. Many students may be unfamiliar with or reluctant to take an online course because they lack confidence in their abilities navigating the internet. To overcome this issue, schools could offer training sessions prior to the course to allow students to practice and become familiar with the online course, including the layout and functionality. The teachers should also be available to their students through numerous portals. It is important that communication is not limited to the internet alone. Teachers should provide their students with their contact information, such as through email, online chat, Skype, phone number, and office hours. Student motivation is another challenge that many face. Online instruction means there is not a teacher physically present to relay the information. It may be difficult to find ways to design a course that excites and encourages students to be successful. The instructor must provide life to the material by using an assortment of technology tools. These tools should include a number of learning styles, such as videos, podcasts, mind maps, discussion, chat boxes, games, and more.
I agree that addressing the many learning styles of students with technology could improve motivation. Leah, what are some of the challenges that you see, as well as some potential solutions with online courses?
A challenge to online or hybrid learning could be the accessibility of the participants. Schedules and time zones could also be an issue for many participants. For some students, a reliable internet connection is a challenge. This is especially true for lower socioeconomic rural students. In some locations, towns may be too small to have a library or a local establishment with free internet connectivity. In order to solve this problem, schools could open their doors after hours to allow those who need the extra time to complete their online coursework after hours. Another problem with online learning could be the lack of social interaction between participants. Some students need face-to-face interaction to bond with their teachers and peers. In order to improve this, there are many different media available to improve the face-to-face interaction of online courses, such as Skype, Google Hangouts, Facebook Live, Periscope, and many more.
I agree that opening the doors of the school after hours could be beneficial to students with no internet connection. The final question asks, how do you model the effective use of emerging technologies in your own practice, such as in conducting staff meetings or in communication with teachers and parents? Bree will address this question first.
There are many ways I model the effective use of emerging technology at the public library where I work. I use many of the online tools I learned during my graduate program to train staff about new library procedures and technologies. For example, I use Screencast-O-Matic to record my computer screen and add voiceover to explain step-by-step how to use the various functions of the library management system, as well as online procedures. I use infographics to communicate with staff about a variety of library information. This includes helpful reminders, customer service opportunities, new and popular materials, the library's monthly checkout statistics, and more. I also use Google Drive to create detailed instruction documents, develop monthly database quizzes, organize important library information, and more. Since it is all saved in the cloud, all of this information can be accessed from any staff computer. And when developing these projects, I seek opportunities to train staff to use these same tools to collaborate on library tasks or plan events.
I don't conduct staff meetings, but I use Google Apps in my classes frequently. I have a Google website that has assignments, rubrics, screencasts, and other documents embedded for students and parents to access at home. I also use Google Classroom to help organize class assignments in digital format. Our administrators have conducted video meetings so that they can be done at each staff member's most convenient time, as well as using Google Sites in Classroom to help organize documents and information for staff. Leah, how do you model the effective use of technology?
I model the effective use of technology to my students by communicating and managing the classes that I teach with our learning management system, which is Schoology. In Schoology, I post YouTube videos and quizzes that I created about the different technology topics that we're learning about. I also use Google Forms and Google Documents to send out surveys and information to my students and athletes. By doing these things, I am using ISTE Standard 2, which is designing and developing digital age learning experiences and assessments. Also try to attend the NEDA conference on a yearly basis, and when I return, my principal usually asks me to present on some interesting findings to our staff at our staff meetings. The ISTE Standard 5, which is engaging in professional growth and development. I have also presented to our staff on how to record their lessons using Screencast-O-Matic or Screencastify. In my classes, I teach and model digital citizenship by teaching this to my students. Digital citizenship skills are a part of ISTE Standard 4, which is about promoting and modeling digital citizenship and responsibility. In class, we discuss what is appropriate and inappropriate behavior online. Like to use and teach the THINK acronym with my students when posting in class and outside of class. The THINK acronym is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it kind? And is it necessary?
Throughout this webinar, many ideas were mentioned to ensure ongoing professional growth in technology. It's important to provide meaningful and consistent training opportunities. Educators should know what to expect during their trainings, understand connections to the classroom, be offered continual support, and be encouraged to provide feedback. Participating in professional learning communities, as noted in the discussion, is a positive way to connect with other educators to learn ideas, ask questions, collaborate on projects, and share experiences. There are numerous technology tools that may be used to communicate and collaborate efficiently with staff. This includes Gmail, Google products, online chat, Skype, social media, and more. It's equally important to continually research emerging technology tools to determine if they are relevant to a specific organization and realistic to implement.